Hello. Wow, it's really bright. It's really bright. Does anyone remember Wizards of Waverly Place where they used to have that door that stuff would come out of? That's what this feels like. It's a window. It's a window. Yeah, so I am looking rather studious today. It's really cold out. It snowed recently. But I have some homework to get done. I have a really long work day, 8 hours, tomorrow ahead of me. So I won't have time to finish anything, except maybe for Sunday. So I was gonna go to this cafe near my house that I went to on another outing. We just found it. And I wanted to use it to study because they've got armchairs and a fireplace and it's beautiful. So I thought I'd bring you with me. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do some studying, drink some coffee, and then I might go to the bookstore. There's been a book that's been on my wish list since it was announced, and it's finally out. And every single time I go to the bookstore, I keep checking the date, and I'm like, nope, it's not out yet, and now it's out. So I think I might go pick that up as well, because today's payday. So why not? Come with me. So I've only been to this place once. And I'm told to get there, it's really simple. It's like I go out of here, I take a right, and then a left, and it's like all the way down. I have driving anxiety. And on a scale of 1 to 10, this is more like a 3. But still a little concerned I'm gonna get lost. Because I do that. But yeah, I think it should be fairly easy switching prescription glasses. Still getting used to having sunglasses. You can see yourself in the reflection. Yeah, I'm planning on spending a couple hours there, at least. I just have to read half of an act of a play. I have to complete some like textbook reading and fill out a worksheet, so it shouldn't be too awful. And I'm getting lunch, so we'll see how this goes. So that was decent. I had a good lunch. Where I was sitting under a speaker. So I have these earplugs I got for Christmas, so they feel like earbuds, but you don't play music through them, so it's just if you want to like dull sound around you. So I was wearing those, but I'm sitting directly under one of their speakers so I could still hear the music they were playing. If I had a preference, I probably should have sat on the couch near the window because it was free, but it was taken twice when I was sitting over somewhere else, so I couldn't move. But overall, it's pretty good. I got the majority of what I need to get done. I have to finish some reading for the night before for financial literacy, but keeping track of page numbers is a little difficult because it doesn't have listed page numbers, so I have to keep track of them while I'm reading, and that was just going to be too rough in the coffee shop to keep those two things together. So I'll do that tonight. So now... Oh, I thought someone was honking. It's jazz music. So we're going to head to the bookstore now. I got to see if I can figure out how to get back to the town I was in. I just gotta retrace my steps. It's straight and then it's a left, so we will figure it out. Okay, we're here. I'm parked in like the most deserted part of the parking lot because this is one of the worst parking lots ever and I hate dealing with it. So if you drive with me, you deal with all of my weird habits. This is also, fun fact, where a guy I went on a date with kissed me. It wasn't that great of a date, but since he asked, I said okay. I'm glad he asked. He didn't just go for it. That goes a long way. I keep debating whether to buy A Court of Wings and Ruin because I have the first 2 books at home, except the second one is so big it's taking me years to finish it. But I want them all in hardcover. And who knows how long that'll last. The middle of friggin' nowhere. That's where I park. Okay, so we're all set. I didn't film a lot in there because there was an older couple that was hanging around in the area I was in and I felt weird vlogging in front of them. But I wanted to show you what I got because... So I've been waiting on this book since it was announced like over a year ago. And I'm not a book reviewer or anything, so obviously I can't get a hold of an ARC or anything. It's A Curse So Dark and Lonely. It's Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's my favorite fairy tale, so I am like obligated to get every retelling. I own like so many different retellings of Beauty and the Beast. And it's so much thicker than I expected it to be. I was expecting it to be about half this size. So when I picked it up, I was like, wow, this is a monster. I'm really looking forward to this. It's been on my Amazon wish list. I've been tracking the date and tracking the date. I'm so excited. I also bought a birthday card for a friend of mine. She might be watching this, so I'm not going to show it to you. I wanted some new like pens. So I got these. They don't really have a writing section. They have an art section. So these are like thin, fine liner. They might be more like markers. I'm not sure, but I wanted some pens that weren't like ballpoint pens. And then I was waiting in line and I picked this up because it's Mickey Mouse's 90th birthday. So I got this for me and for my dad because he's a big Walt Disney fan, so it has all of his like history and everything in it. So yeah, not too bad of a day. So I think I'm gonna go home now and make some tea and make my bed because I haven't made my bed, and just relax because I have a pretty full day tomorrow. Yeah, so let's go home. Let's go home. So I'm back home. I didn't make my bed like I said I was going to. Not yet, at least. But I'm sitting at my desk. I'm having some tea. I'm really tired. It's something about the cold and then how warm it is inside buildings. It's wiping me out. But I'm watching another Rent video because I just put out my Rent video a couple days ago. By the way, thank you for all the views and comments and stuff. This like, I've never had something have this much interaction before, so thank you. And I got 2 new subscribers out of it, which isn't a lot, but it's good though. Thank you. And the one I'm watching is, what's his name? Kevin Lynch. He's one of the musical theater vloggers, I guess you could say, that I watch. He tends to break down scores and things like that. He's not like a vlogger. He's more of a sit down and talk kind of guy. So he was talking about Rent Live. And his solution to, you know, making theater accessible is something I've been saying for years. He was saying plant cameras inside theater and charge like a pay-per-view fee. Which I was like, yes, that's what I've been saying forever, because you could, and I said it in terms of like live stream, because they've done things like they filmed She Loves Me and Kiss of the Spider Woman and Newsies and stuff. They filmed all of that, but it's the same performance every time you watch it. Whereas I was saying you could have a camera live stream essentially for the show and have a pay-per-view instead. Like how people do with like wrestling and boxing. I don't watch that, but like they have pay-per-view things. But yeah, I just wanted to have an aside and talk about that because I've been saying that for years. I mean, it's not going to be quite the same as going to like an actual theater show, but for people who don't live close by, that's like perfect. And they're not losing money because the money still goes to the show. It's not like, you know, because the biggest complaint about bootlegs is that, you know, people who would have gone to see the show would have would not pay the tickets, which is, I mean, not really true. No one wants to watch a really crappily filmed Broadway show, where if you've got a decent filmed one and the person can't afford to fly to New York or California or wherever, you can watch the show. So I've been saying this for years. Thank you, Kevin Lynch. Maybe people will listen to you. They won't listen to me, but thank you. It is later in the day now. This is like my first, I'm switching hands. This is like my first real attempt doing anything on this second channel. I put like 2 covers out, like, that I recorded on my phone. I'm recording this on my phone, and they were meant to sort of have really no context, and it was just things I'd been playing around with on the guitar and just wanted to like record and put out there and be like done with it. This channel is just gonna be less polished. I'm gonna try and make it look nice. It's not gonna look ugly, but it's just gonna be whatever. It's not gonna have a theme. It's just gonna be, I basically say it's like a creative dumping ground, because my main channel is theater and media and stuff that's a bit more put together, a bit more thought out, where this is sort of see where it goes kind of stuff. So this was my first attempt at like a study with me kind of vlog, but not really. Now I'm actually editing a video from October. I went to Disney World in October for Halloween, which I've never done before. It was the first time I took really a trip in the middle of the school year. It was like for a weekend. And I was flying by myself for the first time and meeting my dad, who was already down there. And it was supposed to be part of a much larger video because I was doing monthly vlogging at the time, and it just, something happened and a lot of stuff ended up just going down with the channel, so I like had to rework everything, so the monthly vlogs weren't happening anymore. But I have enough footage to do a single Disney video. So I'm doing that now, but it's gonna be obviously stuff that happened in the past. It's later, even later in the evening. I had to move to my bed because I've started plugging in my computer by my bed because my TV, the box has died. And because you can do live TV on your laptop, I've been utilizing it more recently, so this is the plug-in charge spot. I'm exporting the Disney video. It ends a little bit abruptly because I just didn't know how to end it. I didn't do a lot of talking. There's a weirdly long fireworks section that I was gonna cut down, and then I was watching it and I was watching how nicely the fireworks synced up with the music, so I just left it in. And I have to keep telling myself it's not gonna be polished. It's just like you can edit something together and put it out there, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a dumping ground. That's what it is. It's a creative dumping ground. So you just make stuff and you dump it. Sort of mentally preparing for my work day tomorrow, which is 8 straight hours and a half. No, wait. 8.5 hours, which I'm not usually used to. But luckily I get a nice free day and then I go start my week again. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't like having my day completely taken up by work, but it's money. It's money. Retail's a stressful thing, guys. So I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here because I gotta eat some dinner and plan out what my lunch situation for tomorrow is gonna be. And yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna post the Disney one. I'll probably post this one first and then the Disney one, so that way there's a little bit of explanation as to why there's a random Halloween thing in the middle of February. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed whatever this was. I don't know. Maybe it kept you company. That's usually why I turn vlogs on, so I guess.